I want to speak about our self-care and our well-being in terms of allowing people to be who they are. Maya Angelou is famous for her saying that when a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And I love that because if you don't believe them the first time, they will continue to show you over and over again. Welcome to another video. This is the Bajo channel, home of self-care, wellness, beauty, and everything that'll help you become the best version of you. Today, right? I want to be quick, but I want to be spot on today. I want to speak about our self-care and our well-being in terms of allowing people to be who they are. Maya Angelou is famous for her saying that when a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And I love that because if you don't believe them the first time, they will continue to show you over and over again in the most depraving ways that will hurt you and will embarrass you and anger you, right? And so what I wanted to say and speak about today is just how we can prepare ours and why we should prepare ourselves. When people show you who they are, be in a position to allow them, right? Stand back and allow them to be who they are. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to be transparent. What I have done in my life, especially when I was younger, even now, I've seen myself do it or try to do it anyway. When a person show you who they are, we want to manipulate or we want that person to change because it's hurting us or because of the way it's making us feel, right? And to me, that's unkind of us because now you're not allowing that person to live in their truth. And even though their truth does not align with you or who you are or where you're going, it's still their truth. And who are you to manipulate or to want that person or desire that person to be something other than what they are? So I just wanted to kind of real briefly, I'm not going to be here very long, but real briefly, I want to give you a few main reasons why you should just let them be them and you move accordingly. One reason is because it fosters genuine relationship. If you're doing something or if you're being someone that it does not align with who I am, and now I want to change you, I'm being just as disingenuine as you are. Because here's the thing, if that person is literally living in their truth, and now I'm upset, and I'm basically requesting that person to change, how disingenuous is that of me? So we should want real relationships around us. And when you have to manipulate people or try to encourage this person to being left or right in order to kind of fit into your mold of who you think they are, just as much as that person behavior is annoying in you, me, out of line as well. You allow a person to be who they are because you only want genuine relationships around you. And if I have to continue to be this puppet master that's trying to pull people's strings so they can align up with my own vision of them, that's not cool. Not on my part, especially. Because a person, I want to live in my truth. So you have to allow a person to live in theirs. And so what happens is sometimes we don't want to part ways and we try to keep it going by manipulating the situation. And that's not a work. That's why Maya said, when a person shows you who they are, believe them the very first time because it's not going to change. Even when you're trying to manipulate the situation, they may pull back, right? But they're only doing that temporarily. What do you say, a leopard can't hide its spots? You can paint over it, but eventually it's going to come out. And I crave for realness. I crave for genuineness around me. Just as much as I want to be genuine around other people, I want that and I crave that for myself. So when a person show you who they are, please believe it's not going to change it because you're upset or just because you're not speaking to them or just because you want to put them on punishment and treat them some way. That's still who they are. You accept them and allow them to be in your life in that way, or you move on. Or you move on. I am grateful because as I have grown in myself, I realize how much or how a discomfort it is for me for someone to try to pull my strings or try to make me behave some kind of way. And just because that person's behavior does not align with your life and where you're going in your life, doesn't mean that it's necessarily wrong. You know what I mean? Their behavior may not be wrong, but it may be wrong for you. It may be wrong for you, and that's okay. Crave and desire realness, genuine relationships. Little Karen used to say, what? She ain't got no time for fake ones, right? No time for fake ones. It's I, that couldn't be more appropriate here. And another reason you want to allow a person to just be who they are and accept it. It's about you accepting who they are because they're going to be who they are anyway. But it's you putting yourself in a position to accept them. Another reason, it promotes your own well-being. Do you know how much work and how stressful it is to try to continue to ride someone's back about who they are? That's like you trying to ride a cat's back about being a cat. The cat is going to meow. The cat is going to lick itself when it's wants to clean itself. A cat is going to be a cat, no matter what. Even if you teach it how to bark like a dog, it might bark a little bit, but eventually you can hear it in its corner meowing again and licking its paws and its fur because that's akin and that's synonymous with their nature. So a self-care tip, just accept people for who they are and you move accordingly. Stop trying to manipulate and try to change who someone else is. Change yourself and then everything else around you will change. I promise you, change yourself. Just like the weather, when it rains or when it snows, we don't try to change the weather. We prepare ourselves accordingly. That's how we look at the weather. Is it raining? I know I need to take an umbrella. Is it snowing? I'll put on my snow boots and my snow coat. That's it. And we're more prepared to handle what already is. That is one of the major issues to our self-care is that we don't allow people to be who they are. Not even if you don't allow people to. Let me rephrase that. You have a hard time accepting people for who they are. And as I am growing and I am understanding more in my life, please be who you are. Please. Because I'd rather see it now than not see it. I'd rather see it now instead of going into a whole nother chapter in my life with you and trying to understand why you are who you are. No, when I see who you are, I can make decisions here at the gate before we even go into this next dimension of my life or yours. Self-care is really a journey. It is a journey. And your eyes, you have to go in with your eyes wide open and accept it. Just like you accept yourself, you accept others for who they are. And you manipulate yourself accordingly. Not them. Because that is one of the greatest exercises of frustration in terms of your self-care journey. Thank you. Thank you for listening today. I appreciate you. This is the self-care channel. This is the Bajo self-care wellness channel. We are here to help you to kind of like just make those little adjustments to help you to become the greatest version of yourself. Expending energy in places where it no longer needs to be expended is a waste. I thank you. I'm grateful to be here with you. And just remember that self care is the best care. Later.